Why do narcissists lie? It seems like a narcissist is never willing to tell any aspect or any even level of the truth, but it's always layered upon lie, upon lie, upon lie. You're always wondering what is actually true. Join me today as we dive in to talk through some of the aspects that are interesting, intriguing, of understanding not just narcissistic behavior, but some of the whys behind the lies that a narcissist is doing. If you guys are new here, my name is Ben Taylor. I'm a self-aware narcissist on this channel to provide awareness of narcissistic abuse. I break people free from the obsessive thinking of a toxic person, going back and stalking their social media, thinking like maybe I can't live without them, the back and forth, the trauma bond piece that a lot of times people are stuck with after they've been with a toxic person. If you want to know more of how I break people free, you can go to rawmotivations.com. Would love to be able to help you there, whether it's talking to you one-on-one, whether it's having you join one of our challenges like the Clarity Challenge to ultimately break the trauma bond and become the person that you're actually called to be. When we talk through this aspect of narcissism and lying, it's important just to be able to get an overall arching standpoint of it. Besides just being liars, there's a lot of other things that go into narcissism, such as a lack of empathy, such as a sense of entitlement, such as a piece of feeling grandiose, feeling better than everybody else, and oftentimes exhibiting arrogant behaviors. There's manipulation, there's exploitation, there's all different types of pieces. Lying becomes one of the venues and one of the ways that the narcissist is able to hide a lot of those behaviors, to manipulate people's perceptions and ideas and thoughts about themselves to feel better about the things that they're doing. You see, the majority of time, narcissist doesn't want to own up to what is actually happening, what is actually real. So it has to be hidden under these layers of lies to avoid accountability, to avoid responsibility, and anything else that's going to ultimately expose them for not being the person that they want to be, even though they're not showing up that way. Think of it this way. You've got John, who he's a narcissist who frequently exaggerates the stuff that he's done. Like, I'm really great at this, exaggerates his compliment, exaggerates his pedigree of where he's come from, all these different aspects, and at the same time puts the other person in his life down. This could be a coworker, this could be his partner, whatever it looks like. And the whole goal of this is to create this false image. Let me look a certain way, let me be a certain way, let me pretend to be a certain way so that you think better of me, so that I look better than you, so that I feel better about myself. And the list goes on and on. Some of the motives that happen underneath a narcissist and the lies oftentimes has that same aspect of building a mask. Think of it of maintaining a facade, of keeping the image, the idea, the thought process, and there's a litany of different ones that it could be. For me personally, part of it was being, I'm perfect. I'm a good guy. I don't cheat. I am not a bad person. Well, all those things were completely false. That's what I wanted to keep telling myself. And so I created this facade of who I was to myself and then also to other people. Then I'd go into being insecure, seeking admiration from other people, trying to make sure that other people liked me or trying to make sure that other people were like serving me in the aspect of getting what I wanted. All of this to be able to protect the fragile self-esteem, to protect the things that are there. You see, a narcissist is going to continue to lie and lie and lie to quote unquote protect themselves. Okay, now this protection isn't an actual real protection. It's a perceived and a projected protection of like, let me protect my self-esteem of what I have built, of what I've projected out there. That's not actually true. So like, let me protect the image that I'm a good guy when I'm actually not. Let me protect the image that I'm a good father when I'm actually not showing up for my kids. Let me protect the image that I'm a good husband when I'm not showing up in that regard. So like, you're going to see this with a lot of narcissists. They will continue to lie and lie and lie to be able to make sure that no one else knows what's actually underneath the surface. Think of it this way. You have people that will continue to lie to be able to get praise, to be able to get admiration, to be able to get just attention, even if the things that they're lying about are completely ridiculous or completely not true. Doesn't matter. It's like, what do I have to do in the moment to get the attention, to get the affection, to get the response of the person that I actually want? How does that actually look? What does that actually look like? You see, a narcissist will lie about anything and everything if it means that he gets attention, if it means that he gets a reaction. Okay, because the supply is a reaction. Okay, supply isn't just necessarily a person. It is how that person responds. It is the reaction, it is the response that a narcissist gets when they push your buttons long enough to trigger you in acting out, into getting frustrated, into reactive abuse, into whatever it might be. And the narcissist then knows, see, I've got control over you over and over and over again. Okay? Like the behavior of a narcissist lying is driven oftentimes by this need of like, I need to boost my ego. I need to maintain the mask. I need to maintain the image that I'm putting out there. If I can do that, then maybe I won't actually be a bad person. If I'm a bad person and I'm projecting good, and if I keep that good out there, then maybe I'm not actually who I am underneath. That's the hard piece for a lot of narcissists to understand, is they're defined by their actions. So if you don't want to be defined by that, change your actions. Stop changing the mask. You keep changing the mask over and over and over for different people, for new supplies, and all it does is it just keeps you in a bed of lies. Now, if you're in a relationship with anybody where you keep saying lie after lie after lie, you don't have a relationship. Okay, there's nothing you can actually build a solid foundation on if that relationship is filled with lies. Now, you're going to see this multiple ways inside a relationship with a narcissist. One of the first aspects of lying includes just omission. Let me just omit the things that I did that I didn't want to actually acknowledge. Yeah, I went to the store. I also was on the phone with my affair partner. Or I was also cheating on you when I got there and met up with somebody. I didn't actually go to the store, but I went to the parking lot. So like, there's going to be different pieces where narcissists are going to start omitting things. They can be big, they can be small. After a while, it becomes a habit and almost ingrained in the narcissist behavior that it's like second nature. It just happens over and over and over. And the second aspect you have is gaslighting. Gaslighting is taking lying to the next level, lying 2.0, let's put it that way. Of where gaslighting is telling you, no, I didn't do this. No, this didn't happen. No. And it's saying no as far as like lying, but then it's taking it to another level and it's trying to convince you that you're the crazy one. You're the one that's overreacting. You're the one that's oversensitive. You're the one that didn't see it right and didn't understand it. You're misinterpreting it. The whole aspect is try to get you to question your reality, to question your perception, what you saw, what you heard, all those different pieces to try to make you feel like you are the one that's crazy and they're the one that's sane. If they can do that, it'll just keep you in the fog. Oftentimes you're going to see lying in terms of projection, projecting different things onto you that's completely not true, but it's still keeping you in the fog. Then you also have deflection, just deflecting it and moving it away so that the narcissist avoids having to give you an honest answer. If you try to have a conversation with a narcissist where you're looking for one answer, for one topic, for one thing, and you never even get to it, and it's a 3-hour conversation, you walk away and you're like, I don't even know what we just talked about. Because the narcissist oftentimes will do this word salad that will put you around the mulberry bush a million times, but never actually deal with the problem that you originally brought up. You might have a partner where he's been going back and forth and gaslighting you in an involvement that he had with someone else, an involvement with the argument that he did with you, making you doubt your own memory, making you wonder what is actually true, what is actually going on, doubts your perceptions, and it reinforces his control of the narrative. It reinforces that he's the one that actually knows what he's talking about, and you don't know what you're talking about. All of this has a giant impact on you and on the relationship. Relationship, because there's no trust there. You can't build a relationship on that. But then also like how it starts to affect you emotionally, mentally, of not knowing what to believe, of starting to walk on eggshells, thinking like, I don't know how I can actually navigate this. Now, oftentimes it brings you to a sense of isolation where the narcissist isn't telling you you can't have friends or go out or be with other people or anything like that as far as like the people in your life that could support you. But there's this feeling of like, I need to stay home because he might cheat on me. I need to stay home because I don't know what's actually going on. I can't make a decision to go out with someone because he's telling me that I'm being oversensitive, overwhelming, overcritical, like so many different things. I don't know what to believe. And oftentimes it'll slowly pull you back into only relying on the narcissist. That's the goal. If the narcissist gets you to only rely on him, then he's got straight supply just from you. So think about it this way, like you have a narcissist where he's been completely lying about where he is, causing you to feel betrayed and causing you to question the validity of like, is there actually connection here? Is there actually love? What's actually going on? It takes a huge emotional toll just on you. Even if he's not cheating, he's still not being honest. So there's this level of like, if he's not being honest about that, then what can you actually believe? Well, as we start moving forward with this, it's understanding you have to be able to acknowledge the lies that are there. You have to then start confronting some of those lies in a safe way. So please be careful, because sometimes you can have narcissists start to rage out even more. But getting to a place where you can be like, hey, that wasn't true. Now, I need you to understand really quick, if you can't come to common ground with a narcissist or a toxic person that they are lying, you're not going to come to common ground saying that they're a narcissist. So if you're at that place and you're like, should I tell him he's a narcissist? Should I not? If you can't work through the baseline premise of that he's a liar and he won't open up to that, then he's not going to open up to narcissism. So if that's the case, take a step back, start to reevaluate you, and start to move forward from there. Because you need to find yourself with other people that are going to help support you and help you grow, change, and develop. So a couple things with all this, just understanding and knowing that narcissists use lies to be able to hide, sedate, and to be able to control you. Narcissists are going to do this through gaslighting, through different manipulation tactics to try to make sure that you're the one that's not going anywhere, that you're still under their control. And moving forward, a lot of times a narcissist is going to put you through this emotional strain over and over and over again, that until you get out of, or until you start rewiring your mindset of what is actually true based on the evidence, based on the facts, you will not be free. We'll love to be able to help you with this and to move you forward in your healing journey. You can reach out. We'd love to be able to talk to you at rawmotivations.com. You can go there and you can click on the Clarity Challenge, starting your next step forward in your progression of breaking that trauma bond, moving forward into the person that you're called to be.